Mr. Ortiz?
Yes.
Yeah, you need services as a public defender?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Good afternoon. Please raise your right hand to discuss the claim this morning.
Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I'm Judge Dempsey. You're here for your first appearance. You're going to be informed of the charges against you and a determination of whether there was probable cause for your arrest. I will then determine an appropriate bond amount and/or conditions of release. I'm appointing the public defender for each of you for the purposes of today's hearing. Please keep in mind that everything here today is being recorded and can be used against you, so it may not be in your best interest to talk about the facts of the case here today. If anyone is in the audience to speak on a particular case, please stand when the case is called, but do not attempt to communicate directly with the defendant. Alfredo Ortiz.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is actually a warrant. Probable cause has been determined by a previous judge, Judge Marriott, for the charge of second-degree murder, which apparently occurred on or about November 18, 2001. Bond was set at none until first appearance. I have reviewed the 707 and set your bond at $100,000.
Judge, I would argue to the court, I would argue to the court this is a first-degree felony punishable by life. He's not entitled to a bond.
I think $100,000 is appropriate, Your Honor, and also just make sure it's clear on the record that the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent Mr. Ortiz.
Correct.
Thank you. And then I'm going to come back and we'll talk in private.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know if you're ready.
Set at $100,000.
Okay, she's, okay.
I do have one question for you. I mean, here's a guy who was basically a 15-year-old case, and now he's been accused of what could put him for life in prison. The state clearly wanted to have a higher bond. You thought $100,000 was fair. How come?
Well, I think at this point he's simply accused. So I think the nature of a second-degree murder allegation that a $100,000 bond is reasonable.
And you expect that he'll show up for his court appearances?
Well, you know, that's between him and his bondsman, but yeah, I'm always confident. That's my advice I always give people: make all your court dates.
This case, and I don't know if you've had a chance to read the charging affidavit or not, but it sounds like he was a suspect early on in this case, and that over the years he made some admissions to people and they would come back and freshen up their statements. Do you think that the state has a case that they can win, or do you believe that you can poke holes in it?
Well, I think right now I'm just going to have to evaluate what the state, what the police investigators have put together before I could answer that question. I do know that we're going to vigorously defend Mr. Ortiz, and we'll speak to all those witnesses ourselves.
What are the challenges with a case that's this old from both sides? I mean, in both cases, you have witnesses that are going to be difficult to track down, and their recollections might not be as fresh, correct?
You're correct that anytime that's an old case and you're trying to find witnesses from 15 years ago, and of course memories fade also. So that does present some challenges in defending a case of this age.
But your office has been appointed to do it. You're not here just to make an appearance at the initial. You guys are going to be handling the defense of Mr. Ortiz.
I'm approaching this right now that we will be defending Mr. Ortiz all the way through a trial, yes.
Okay. And anything else about the case that you're willing to discuss?
Just planning on learning as much as I can about it starting right now.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
All
man.
right.